Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I have 6 months to live. Well, not really, but maybe. Who knows? If you're wondering what this is all about, it all started about a month ago when I got sick, and at the same time, I had a lump in the back of my neck the size of a quarter. So, of course, I was concerned, called the doctor to make an appointment, but that night I had a dream that I had cancer and was given 6 months to live. So in that dream, I started to do everything I wanted to do, call friends and family, gather them on a weekly basis so people can come and spend quality time and say goodbye. Then I woke up and I wasn't scared, but I had a moment of clarity. And I thought to myself, hey, why not live like I have 6 months every day? Because you never really know in this day and age, anything can happen to anyone. So I started to make a list of everything that I've always wanted to do. Spend quality time with friends and family, just like in my dream. And I started to put thought into action. And it's been very rewarding so far. I also made a list of things that I've started and I've always wanted to finish, but haven't had a chance to. I've been putting it off. And that is writing my book. And I've started it about 10 years ago. It's a result of all of my research and reading, all the self-help books about the subject of happiness. So I wrote a book called The Tree of Happiness, and it's almost done, but it takes a little bit more. I think that I'm going to have it done within 6 months, so because I only have 6 months to live, right? So then I thought to myself, well, writing the book is great, but you have to get the message across faster. And the way to do that is to combine what I love doing, which is rollerblading, with the technology of a 360 camera to deliver my message so that it wouldn't be so boring sitting in a room in front of a camera. And also, I'm not editing the videos, so anything can happen. You can see people walking, I could be falling, and if I do, I promise I won't edit it out. I'm not that good. Started rollerblading about a year ago, and because of pandemic, I needed to find a way to exercise. And it's the best thing in the world for me, for cardio, because you don't hurt your knees and you burn as many calories as jogging. So I started doing that, lost a lot of weight, and really excited about rollerblading every day. So I thought, why not combine something I love doing, which is rollerblading, and it's healthy, with the camera for me to deliver my message. And that will kill many birds with one stone. And what is this message? I wrote a book called The Tree of Happiness. And the book describes my secret to happiness in a very, very simple metaphor. Imagine yourself and everybody being a tree. You can see everyone's trees walking around. You can see how full they are, how big they are, how green they are. You can also see how wilted they are, how brown the leaves are, the ones that have wilted brown leaves. So the full, luscious green trees are the happy people. And the wilted branches, dead leaves, are unhappy people, even depressed. And there are also wilted, dead branches with fake leaves on them, so that from afar you think that they are happy green trees, but when you inspect closer, you see that they're dead roots, dead branches, It's just a facade. So once you start to think of it that way, you can start to recognize people's trees. You can also see why a tree is unhappy, because the branches correspond to the 5 areas of your life. There are 5 branches, and the 5 areas are finance, which is all of your assets, anything you can turn into money, even intellectual property, your mind, even that is an asset that can turn into money. So that falls under finance. Relationship is about all of the relationships you have with your friends, family, loved ones, even other people in the planet and animals. Health, that covers mental and physical health. So it's about how long you have to live, how healthy you are, and also your state of mind, your mental health. The 4th branch is about hobbies or pleasure. These are things that you do that you enjoy. Anything that you enjoy doing is considered the hobby bucket. The hobby branch. And if you enjoy walking, you enjoy working, you enjoy playing tennis, you have a healthy hobby pleasure branch. The 5th is spirituality. Spirituality is your desire to learn and grow as a human being, and also the desire to help others, help other people, other animals, and even to help our home, the planet. Spirituality could mean religion for some people, and for non-religious people, it means simply to grow and to help others. So if you have all 5 of these categories filled, that means all 5 of the branches are full and luscious, then you are a happy tree, a happy person. And you can see that from other people. You can see when someone is unhappy what they are lacking. If they're lacking in finances, you can see their wilted finance tree. And that causes them to be unhappy because it causes stress on every day trying to earn a living, trying to provide health care, trying to provide a roof over your shoulder, over your head. And if someone is lacking in relationship, they don't have quality relationships with other people, their relationship branch is wilted. Or if somebody's lacking in spirituality, they have no purpose in life. They don't have a desire to learn and grow, or a desire to help humanity or the planet. So when you start to look at people as trees and divide them into those 5 categories, you can see where people's strengths and weaknesses are. And you can see that fully happy, truly happy, successful people have all 5 of those areas covered. So after practicing seeing it in other people, you can see it in yourself as well. You can see what branches you have that are not full, that are wilted. And when you do that, you can see what areas you need to work on most. And how do you work to make a wilted tree or wilted branch to become fully green, luscious branch? And that is the secret to happiness. But before we get into that, in future videos, I will explain another concept, is that those branches are green and luscious because they're connected to a root system that taps into a source of energy, life energy. I call them the 5 life buckets. Those 5 life buckets correspond to the 5 branches, and it feeds energy into those branches. The relationship bucket feeds energy to make the relationship branch. The health bucket creates the health branch. The finance bucket for the finance branch. The pleasure and hobby bucket for the hobby and pleasure branch, and spirituality for spirituality. So to see someone's branch, you have to look deep in the roots and see their buckets. That is where you see the indications of how full someone's branch is, by seeing how full their buckets are. So as an overview, I hope you understand for now that happiness comes from a balance of 5 of these areas in your life. So the buckets correspond to the branches, and individual buckets, finance to finance, health to health, etc., correspond to the branches. So in order to make the branches full, you have to fill your buckets. In order to make your branches full and luscious, you have to fill and work on those buckets of energy. So, as an overview for today, please understand that happiness comes from a balance of all 5 of these areas in your life: finance, relationship, health, hobbies and pleasure, and spirituality. You can't have a happy person if you're lacking in any one of these areas. So that's very important. All 5 of these areas are important, and all 5 of them are equally important. If you lack wealth, if you lack finance, if you lack money, you cannot be happy because you're stressing about the day-to-day living. If you lack your health, physical or mental, you can't be happy, because if you lack physical health, of course you're going to die, and if you lack mental health, you'll be in a depression state. If you lack spirituality, you will have no purpose in life. You have no desire to grow and no desire to help other people. And that too leads to depression. And that is also an unhappy tree. So understand, at least for today, that the 5 areas of your life are needed to be happy. And all 5 are equally needed. So we're going to end with that for now. And next time I will talk specifically about each of those 5 buckets and how to fill and how best to fill all of the buckets, and also why really truly successful, happy people are happy. For now, please enjoy the scenery, beautiful Huntington Beach, California, and I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please make comments if you want to hear more about certain topics, or if you have questions about anything I say specifically. And please do share it with other people who you think may benefit from this. Until next time, please stay safe and healthy.